Okay, the ST10s are fitted in. I had to remove some of these little rubber feet that go on these Behringer amps because you know, I can see why they put them on there. So, like, you know, if you could put the, you know, you could rest the amp on a table or desk or something. So I'll take the other ones off and then move these ones down. Oh yeah, Magic, what are you up to? What do you want? Feeding? Oh. Look at the Overlord. Yeah, hold on. Yeah, you always knock things over, don't you, Magic? There you go. There you go. The THX sound system will go in the bottom part of the rack. Once my moggies have had their meal. Yeah, this rack, wow. Oof. Yeah. That's gone through a few alterations over the, I think, year or so I've had this rack tower. It's been pretty useful. Not bad, powerful. 20,000 kilowatt THX sound system. So I'll just see where I'll go next. The show still goes on, everything's still running, but all the other EQs have been removed that were connected up onto the height surround. So any EQ now will be done through the SA10. So I'm going to be using those here. Be going to the existing height 1, left and right, and then I'll use a middle output, and that'll go on the in between the go up in between the height surrounds here, so it'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 overhead, and for a little extra using the output here, and that would go to the floor level. So I'll be experimenting with listening with what's going on with just generally these all playing. Oh, there's a little bit of height surround there. I'll be back. Yeah, this film's been playing pretty non-stop now for yeah, I think it's a movie of the week. I'm trying to get this ready, so I'm hoping that midway is going to sound pretty damn good. So it's got one of those Oscar mixer nomination mixer thing guys doing it, because he left a comment somewhere. He thought he was having a flashback to Pearl Harbor, and that sounds pretty damn good, Pearl Harbor. I mean, that's pretty damn wild when it's expanded from 5.1 here with 5-screen channel and expanding the surrounds and such. I don't usually often use the DSU for overhead, but oh wow, brilliant, really wild sort of audio visual. yeah. So I'm trying to get this sort of ready for, because Midway comes, well, Midway will be here in I think a week or two. But this will probably be movie of the week. Maybe I'll play a few other Terminator ones. Terminator 3's got a pretty damn good sound mix on it. Yeah, and even done by that mixer that did Pearl Harbor on Midway. Greg P. Russell, I think. Yeah. Yeah, he gets nominated a lot, but he never wins. Yeah. Black Rain's pretty good sounding. I'm not big on the Transformers anymore. I had enough of those. You know, they just weren't going anywhere for me. So I'll just go and make some extra. Yeah. Don't know where I'm going to fit the other overhead surrounds up. I was trying to think, well, maybe I should just put the width on the overheads, just widen their width just a little, just by a small margin, by moving maybe this here over slightly. Doesn't matter if it's going to cause a kind of shadow or whatever with the light. It'd probably be pretty effective. I was actually thinking of maybe getting the LED strips and attaching them, because of the unique shape of the JBL Control 5, and then putting them at because there it's very hard to see, but it angles like that slightly, and then it goes like that, and kind of thinking about putting them on the side there, and then the light would kind of go upward in a way, but there's nothing really there for it to reflect, because well, ceiling's absorbed almost. I've got a load of final box that I haven't even finished unboxing for all the yeah, so that'll finish all off that, and then everything, so yeah, I can still hear some reflectivity there. And if I go a little bit, maybe say over here, wet the finger. Oh, it's a bit different now because it's absorbed. So just a little bit more to do. Wow. And I've got to connect up the power supplies for these. Got to connect up the power supply and then run some pre-tests. Double check the output leads on the going from the AVR's height, because I think I might have need to just double check the wiring. The wiring just goes ground and positive on the inputs, and then on the outputs it's ground, positive and negative, so it'll be balanced output going to the amplifier. So I've got to do some modifications on the leads. Oh gosh, yeah, these were very cheap, and yet there's still some on the bay that are sold at a ridiculous price, really. And yet, you know, it's a CP45. I mean, but it's just had modifications done to it, and I think I might as well use them because they're cheap, they're easy to fit in, Had I had to try this with the cluster of Onkyo amplifiers that I've got in the cupboard, I've got a cluster plus my Marantz SR 6013 or 6012 or whatever it was. There's just no possibility of fitting those into the rack because they're way too tall. The Onkyos, they're a bit taller than that. I think they're about from there to there. I think they're about that sort of height. So that just takes up too much. Plus they're damn heavy, and I wouldn't be able to balance the output. So it would have to be unbalanced. So that's why I'm thought, okay, I'll go this option. More things change, the more they remain the same. So I do the same thing. Except I thought I would like to use the PL2X on the, because I get a little bit more of excitement out. But I might think about trying to fit them in, but maybe for something else. Because the way I listen, if I know what's happening with two signals, then there's a possibility, yeah, I can expand that, explore it a little bit, take it a little bit further than the average home theatre that's running, well, some only running 2 or 4 overheads, very few maybe running 6 or more. Some have tried to experiment with, but I think one person was trying to think about putting a matrix decoder, say between height 1 and height 2, and then height 2 to height 3. Yeah, that's possible. You can do that. But I think he must have had the wiring or the plugging it up sort of thing. He needs to go back and rethink it. But yeah, you can do it that way. Because I've listened to so much now with just, and I think, yeah, I know what this can do and what it can't do, and so I'll put the extra JBLs in. I've got some down here, another one down there. I've got to put a bass driver in. I think I've got to find a bass driver to fit in. Got to check the HF tweeter. I might need to get a replacement tweeter, but gosh, trying to look for JBL Control 5s recently, and I'm thinking, blimey, are they on the endangered speaker list or something? Is there something I don't know? Is JBL discontinued with them? Because they're still pretty popular, and these are from the mid-1980s, and they're still a little popular monitor speaker. And they do okay on the overhead surround. So yeah, I can't knock them. I wouldn't mind putting the JBL 8330s and having more clusters of these and having them on the ceiling, but yeah. Anyway.